Hey everyone, welcome again on Devish Tech channel. So in the last video we work on the profile page without login. Okay, now it's time to work on the login kind of UI. Okay, so we have a bottom sheet and that will open when we click on a login or sign up button, or if we haven't logged in then we will click on order or wish list, then we will open this login bottom sheet. So in this video we will going to focus on this thing. First we will going to make a login bottom sheet, and after making it we will going to make a backend of this login in our next coming videos, and then we will connect it. So for this video let's focus on this thing. Okay, and before I will start writing the code, please don't forget to subscribe the channel, like the video and share the video to your friend. It will highly motivate me make videos very fast. Okay, let's go and start writing the code. What we have to do, first we have to create a new feature. That feature folder we will going to place inside this feature folder. Okay, that will be a login feature, and in the login I'm going to create a new folder, new file, that will be a login bottom sheet. So the bottom sheet related UI I'm going to put inside this file, and later we will use it. Okay, so first we will going to make a UI, then we will going to use it on a bottom sheet. Okay, so here it will be a material.dart package, and it will be a stateless widget login bottom sheet, and let it be a container only. And just for the visualization I'm going to use this login bottom sheet as of now inside the categories tab. So in the categories, just for the visualization, okay, I'm going to put it. Okay, later we will, after making the UI, we will put it on a profile page. Okay, so don't worry, I'm going to put it just for the visualization. Okay, and hit the save. So nothing is happen here, and just for the sake I'm just going to wrap this widget to safe area. Okay, now let me go on a login bottom sheet and let's start working on this login bottom sheet. Okay, just for the visualization I'm going to put the scaffold of these categories, also the color as a scaffold VG color. Okay, now if I will go on a bottom sheet, the first thing I will going to do, I will going to add a height. So it will be a media query dot op context, the height of the size dot height, the screen height divided by 2, and we need to add a color as well. The color I'm going to use a app color. Okay, dot white. So we have a white color right in our app color. So now you can see that this is the area of our bottom sheet. Okay, so yeah, now we have added the app color. Now what we have to do, we have to start working on the UI. So the child of this container I'm going to use as a column. Why I'm using a column? Because if you see, we have a column wise UI structure. So the first children of the column will going to be a row. In the row we have two children's. First thing is logo and the cross button. Second children of the column will going to be text. Third children will going to be a text field, and rest of the thing we have to put it as a column wise. That's why I'm using a column. And in the column, the first children, as I told, we're going to use a row. So let me use a row and children, and in the children we are going to use a first children image.asset to show the image logo. So we have to provide the exact part, which will be a asset slash images slash the logo name. So the logo name I'm going to use is the logo beach. So I have to provide the whole path, and after that if I will hit the save, then you will find we need to provide the height and width. So height will going to be a 45, and also we have to use the width, and width will going to be a photo file. Now it is added, and you will find that we need to add some padding between the top and the left and right also. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a padding of this container, and it will be a edge inset dot symmetric, and let's add a horizontal and vertical padding as a 30. Hit the save. Now the padding is also added. Let's add a second children, which will going to be a cross button. So to add a cross button, I'm going to use a icon button, and in the icon button, on press, leave it as of now, and let's work on this icon, and it will be a icons dot clear. Hit the save. If you see that it is also added, but let's add a size of this icon. The size of this icon will going to be 30. Okay, and now it is not properly aligned, so let's make the main axis alignment of the row as the main axis alignment space between, so it will be aligned properly. Now the second children, we have to work on this text, and it will be a rich text. Why? In a rich text we can add multiple children of different fonts. That's why we have to use the rich text. So let's go, and just after this row I'm going to use a size box. Height will going to be a 35 because we need some padding between this container and that rich text widget. Okay, so let's add a rich text, and in the rich text, this text will take a parameter called text span. Okay, to remove a linting I will going to use the const, and here we need to place all the three kind of text. So this text, this take a parameter called children, and inside the children we can use a multiple rich text span. Okay, so let me hit the save, and the first text span will going to be this, and it will be a sign up or login, and we have to put the style. As of now, just for doing the thing quickly, I'm not going to put the styling on a main.dart file, but for a good practice you can use it. You can put the text style inside the main.dart file, but I'm not going to put it. I had to make this video very quickly. Okay, and now we have add a style. We have to add first color, and color will going to be colors.black because it's have a black color and it have a font, and it also have a size which is 18 or 19. So I'm going to use font size as 19, and font weight, we have to use the font weight as well, and it will going to be a font weight dot bold. If I will hit the save, then you will find that is added, but it is in the middle. To align it properly, I have to use cross-axis alignment of this container or a column as cross-axis alignment as a start, so it will align from the center. Now let's add a second text span. That will be a text called or. So if you go over here, the text is or is there. Okay, so let me use the or, and height will going to be 13. It will not going to be a black, it will going to be just 13, and hit the save. Okay, let's use the black. I thought it will automatically apply, so or is added, and yeah, let me put some space. Let's add a third text span. That will be a sign up. It is a sign up. Okay, so let me use the sign up. Now this is also added. Let me put the space. Okay, now the third thing is we have to work on this text field. For that I'm going to use a container, but let me first add a size box between this rich text and the container, because this text box have a height, and to set the height of the text field we need to wrap it inside the container. The height I'm going to use is kind of 43, and in the child of this container I'm going to use the text field. Okay, now to just visualize, if I will hit the save, that text field is added, but it don't have a border as of now. It should have a border like this. To add a border, what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a decoration of this text field. We have to use the input decoration, Okay, and in the input decoration we have two type of border. The first type of border will going to apply when uh, we don't focus on the text field, and the second type of border will going to apply when we have a focus on the text field. So let's add that thing. So okay, so here we have to add two border. First thing is the enable border, enabled border, and it is a type of outline input border. Okay, in the outline input border we have a border side, we have a side. Okay, and we have to apply the border side, and in the border side we have to provide the width and the color of the border. So the width will going to be a 1 and the color will going to be a app color dot caption color. Why I'm using the caption color? If you closely look the UI, then you will find the color of the border without focus is having the same kind of color of the caption. Because of the naming convention I just misplaced, so that's why I use the caption color. Now let's work on the second border, because if I will click here then the border is gone. Okay, because of that we have to add a second border, that is a focus border. So let me use the focus border, and it will going to have a width greater than the width we had for the enable border. It will going to have a black color, so colors dot black with some opacity of 54 opacity. Let me add a constant to remove the tinting. Hit the save, and if I will click here then the border is added. You can see that. So now the next thing is we have to add this plus 91 along with this label text. So in a decoration only we have a label text property, and in the label text if I will go, then I will add a mobile number as a label text and put a star. Hit the save, then that label text will come. We need to have the label style as well. So label style will going to be a text style again. Okay, so let me just copy this text style. Again I'm putting the text style over here, I have to do it quickly, and we need to add some color of this label style. Okay, the color of the label style will going to be the same as we have here. Okay, so here we have a color, we don't need a font weight, we just have font size will going to be a 13, and yeah, we need to add a constant to remove the linting. Hit the save, then you will find that it is added. But if I will click here, okay, and if I will add a number, then the style of this number is different than the style we should have. That's why we should have another style in the top of this text field that will going to apply, and it will going to be kind of a caption color. Okay, app color dot caption color. We have to remove this thing, and if I will hit the save, then the number is changed, but we need to add the plus 91. So to add that plus 91 we have another property called prefix icon. I will going to put the prefix icon as a text, and inside the text I'm going to use the plus 91. Hit the save. Also I'm going to add this thing, and to align it properly I need to add it to padding, not container, to a padding, or we can use a container also, it also add padding. So yeah, here I will going to add only padding, and it will be left by 10 and top by 12. I will going to hit the save, and it will going to apply, align properly. Okay, we can add a top kind of 14 or 16 or 15. Yeah, yeah, now it is added, but the one thing is left is the color of this text is not aligning to the color of this thing. So let me add a style, and I'm just going to copy the cons thing, and I'm going to put it here. remove it, hit the save. Okay, so that is also applied, but I'm going to apply the const here. Okay, it's not working. Why the linting is coming? Let's forget the linting as of now. Now that plus 91 is also added and everything is working fine. We can change the keyboard type of this text field as keyboard type as text input type dot number. So when we open it, then like again if I will open it, the number will come. Okay, now the next thing is we can add a const here, then it will come. I guess we don't need const here now. Okay, the next thing is we have to work on this text. In that text we can add it using the text span thing which we just created. Similarly, we have to use this text span, like it have a 3 kind of text. Similarly we have here, so I will going to add it and I'm going to put this size box first, just after the text container. Okay, now the first text will going to be a by continuing I agree to the, by continuing I agree to the next text will be term of use. Okay, term of use. Don't worry, we will going to have a different style for this. Then we have end, then last text span will going to be privacy and policy. Privacy and policy. Now the styling part, if I will hit the save, then it will look clumsy, but we need to add a styling part as well for this. So the font size style of this thing will going to be 12. The color will going to be color black 54, which we have here. Okay, and it should not be a bold type, so just remove it and it hit the save. That is applied, and it should be a bold type, and the color will going to be a app color dot button color we have. Okay, we have the button color, and remove this const as of now and put this const over here. Hit the save. The color is also applied. It should be 11.5 or 11.6 something, and it should be a 12. Hit the save. Okay, now we can decrease this size maybe or 20. Okay, 25 will be good. Okay, and the same type of style we have here, we have to add for the end. Let's add a const over here. Hit the save. It is also added. The same type of style we have for this text span, we need to add for this text span too. Hit the save, and now voila, we have applied all the color over here. Now we have to work on this button. If you think this button is the same, you are right. So, and this kind of button we will going to use a profile update time also. So what I will going to do, I will going to create a separate component for this button. I'm going to create a button that will going to be a sp solid button. Okay, let's create a file dot. It will going to be a stateless widget as of now. Sp solid button, because this button we will going to use everywhere. I will going to hit the save as of now, and I will going to go on a profile without login. We have created that button. Okay, so this is a button. Okay, so I'm going to use this elevated button code and I'm going to put it over here. I'm going to import the app color, hit the save. To generalize it, I'm going to take a final text, that will be a type of string text. Okay, and it will going to be a required text, this dot text, because we did the same thing, that's why I'm doing it fast. Okay, now what we need to do is we need to use it properly. So instead of this text, I'm going to use the generalized text, which we will going to get it from the user. So what is happening? Okay, we don't need to use the const now. Okay, so let's use this sp solid button in our bottom sheet. So just after this text span or list text, we're going to use it. I'm going to provide it text as what? As continue. Okay, and I will going to hit the save and show you that it's working fine or not. It's working fine, but we need to add some padding between this text and that button. Okay, and it can be a 30, and it is not taking the whole width and height, right? Let me go over here and let's go on the property of this thing, and let's, instead of this 210, let's use it full. Now it is looking like the button we have here. And just one thing, that instead of the small text, let's use the continue. Yeah, and now the last thing we have to add is this text having troubling logging in, that thing we have to add. And don't worry, we have to customize it more, right? We will going to customize it more in the next coming videos, but to complete this video, we just have to work on the UI as of now. When we work on the backend stuff, then I will going to customize this solid button again. Okay, so just keep it as it like we have. And the list text we have used, similarly we have to use just after this solid button. So let me just copy the thing. Okay, and this time we have to place it before this solid button, and this time we have this text and get help, just 2 text span. So remaining 2 text plan I will going to delete. And having trouble logging in, having trouble logging in. Okay, and get help. Get help, hit the save, and that will going to add over here. Now you can increase the height, font size like 12.5, and this will going to be a 13. Okay, we can increase the size box to 35. Now it's time to work on this. It's time to use it on the profile page, to this button, to this bottom set, and we will going to do it in the next videos. So this video is already large, so we will do it that how you open the bottom sheet after clicking on this the login or order button. Kind of it's weird that this keyboard is not closing automatically, but yeah, I will try to fix this keyboard thing as well, and let's do it in a next video, that how we will going to integrate it when we tap on this login button, and then we will start working on the backend for this login stuff. Till that, Happy coding. See you on our next video.